Hi, folks. I'm just kind of rushing to get in here, but went out to breakfast and had to get all my stuff together. So, but I'm here and I got some songs to play for you today. Except, what the heck happened? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm in the right place. I'm going to start out with a Fred Eagle Smith song called I Like Trains. 16 miles. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Starting in the wrong key, that's what I'm doing. 16 miles from Philadelphia, right near the Texas border. Traffic was stopped at a railway crossing. Took it to the shoulder. I stoked the kettle, I put it to the metal, I shook the gravel loose. I missed the train, but I was happy with a glimpse at the caboose. 'Cause I like trains. I like fast trains. I like trains. Call out through the rain. I like trains. I like sad trains. I like trains that whisper your name. I was born on a Greyhound bus. My mama was a diesel engine. They tried to put me behind the wheel, but I wouldn't let them. You should have seen the look in their eyes and how it turned to tears when I finally told them I want to be an engineer. 'Cause I like trains. I like fast trains. I like trains that call out through the rain. I like trains. I like sad trains. I like trains that whisper your name. Well, you think that I've got someone new, darling, that ain't true. I could never love another woman beside you. Well, if not some dewy-eyed darling, that's gonna ever ride you insane. Anymore I'd be listening for the sound of a big old train. 'Cause I like trains. I like fast trains. I like trains that call out through the rain. I like trains. I like sad trains. I like trains that whisper your name. I like trains that whisper your name. All righty then. Little bouncy start to that. At the last, am I ready? I've been waiting for that so I can put some more out there. All right, this next one. This next song here is called Everclear. It's a Robert Earl Keen song. Every day at lunch in high school and all my senior year, I drink my Coca-Cola with a touch of Everclear. I never had to study math, science, or history. They'd have a chemical flashback to jog my memory. My junior year, I swore I loved sweet Miss Sherry Ann. One day I put some Everclear in her Dr. Pepper can. I thought it'd make her easy, she took it pretty hard. Took her home and rang the doorbell, left her laying in the yard. Tequila drives me out, yeah, beer just makes me fat. Whiskey makes me nauseous, tell me who the hell needs that? If you're thinking about drinking, then the answer's crystal clear. The invisible intoxicant's called Everclear. Church picnic in the spring of '89. They had 4 fresh watermelons sliced right off the vine. Well, when they bowed their heads, giving grace for the food, hey, I pulled out my bottle and I soaked them melons good. Well, they never knew what hit them when that potion went to work. They had grandmas doing backflips, grandpas looking up their skirts. They were singing Hallelujah and Willie Nelson's song. Preacher said it was the best dang picnic the Baptist ever thrown. Tequila drives me out, yeah, beer just makes me fat. Whiskey makes me nauseous, tell me who the hell needs that? If you're thinking about drinking, then the answer's crystal clear. The invisible intoxicant's called Everclear. Drinking Everclear, I think I'm king of this whole world. I'm bigger and better than John Wayne and cuter than Steve Earle. Then I wake up and I'm face down in the hall. Hey, I'm completely naked for a reason I can't recall. Well, I'm kinda sorta thinking that maybe I met a chick, 'cause there's perfume in the air and there's lipstick on my neck. And I hope she was pretty and I hope she was kind, enough to leave my clothes somewhere they're easy to find. Tequila drives me out, yeah, beer just makes me fat. Whiskey makes me nauseous, tell me who the hell needs that? If you're thinking about drinking, then the answer's crystal clear. The invisible intoxicant's called Everclear. Everclear. Alrighty. Close enough. Okay, so it was low again. Last week it was a little low, so I'll preemptively moving my microphone a little closer. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I am. This next song is next song is a John Prine song, because of course we have to have a John Prine song there somewhere. And this is a good one. That's an old one. Most of my songs are old. It's called Spanish Pipe Dream. She was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol, and I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. Well, she pressed her chest against me about the time the jukebox broke, and she gave me a peck on the back of my neck. These are the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, go to the country, build you a home, have a little garden, have to eat a lot of peaches, and try and find Jesus on your own. While I sat there at the table and I acted real naive, 'cause I knew that topless lady had something up her sleeve. Well, she danced around the barroom and she did the hoochie coo. Yeah, she sang her song all night long, telling me what to do. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, go to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try and find Jesus on your own. Well, I was young and hungry and about to leave that place when just as I was leaving, well, she looked me in the face. I said, you must know the answer. She said, no, but I give it a try. And to this very day, we've been living our way. Here is the reason why. We blew up our TV, threw away paper, went to the country, built us a home, had a lot of children, fed them on peaches. They all found Jesus on their own. John Prine song. Okie dokie, let's see. Okay. So hope everybody's having a good weekend. A nice rainy weekend. Not much yard work going on this weekend, is there? Well, yeah, so this next song here, is a Jim Infantino song called Stress. Some of y'all might identify with some of this song. Well, I'm addicted to stress, that's the way that I get things done. If I'm not under pressure, then I sleep too long. Hang around like a bum, I'm going nowhere, and that makes me nervous. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's thinking about me. Well, I'm trying to cut down on my caffeine consumption, so when I get up, I just have one cup of coffee. I like to have another cup of coffee with my breakfast. On my way to work, I like to get a cup of coffee, like the kind of cup of coffee that you get with a donut, except I never have the donut, I just have a cup of coffee. When I get to work, I like to have a cup of coffee, because I like to have a coffee when I'm talking on the phone. But usually goes cold, you need to get another cup of coffee. It's lunch, I have an espresso. Well, when I get back, it's not in the morning anymore, so I have a Diet Cola and another Diet Cola. But then I'm feeling fine, and I'm feeling pretty sharp, but I'm feeling pretty wired, and I'm getting things done. But right about 2, I get this little tiny migraine. Starts by my eyes, and moves to the back of my neck, and moves to the bottom of my spine, but doesn't get there until 5 or 6 o'clock, which is the end of the day, so I'm fine, so I'm fine, so I'm fine. I'm addicted to stress, that's the way that I get things done. If I'm not under pressure, then I sleep too long. Hang around like a bum, I'm going nowhere, and that makes me nervous. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's thinking about me. Well, I love to work, I love to run, I love to play real hard, I love to steal little things from the grocery store, like a piece of bubble gum, or sometimes I just stick my thumb in a peach and leave it there. Well, I love to water ski, snowboard, jet ski, skydive, parasail, mountain bike, bungee jump. I mean, I love to do these things if I ever had the time. I love to work, I love to work, I love to work, but after work I love to spend a little time with this woman that I'm seeing, except we never really get a little time to spend together, so we call each other up and we talk about work. But what I think I really love is to get by myself on a little tiny island in the middle of the ocean with just me and a book and a sailor phone and a personal computer in case something came up. And I'd eat and a drink and a run and a sleep, and I wouldn't do nothing except swim all day, except I don't know how to do laps in the ocean. Where are the sharks? Where are the sharks? And there's this kind of anemone that sticks to your foot and the poison goes up to your brain and you die. And sand fleas, sand fleas, sand fleas, sand fleas, yuck. Well, actually, I think to be really relaxing, just me by myself in the middle of the ocean, and that's what I really love to do more than anything else, except to probably hate it. I'm addicted to stress, that's the way that I get things done. Not under pressure, then I sleep too long, hang around like a bum. I'm going nowhere, and that makes me nervous. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's out to get me, but I feel alright. Everybody's thinking about me. Everybody's thinking about me. Everybody's thinking about me. Alrighty. This next song is a Jim Stafford song. You know, he did Spiders and Snakes, and he did a lot of funny songs. And this is one of those funny songs. This one's called A Real Good Time. For years I thought it was called Lucille, but it is not called Lucille. All right. Let's see who's. Welcome to the show, everybody. Whoever's out there listening. I saw some names. I can't tell if anybody's really watching or not. It's okay. Well, I just got into town, I didn't have nothing to do, and I happened upon this telephone booth with a whole bunch of writing covering one entire wall. It said, if you ain't afraid to spend a dime, and if you want to have a real good time, I just give Lucille a call. Well, underneath her number was this big long list. It said she'd do that, and it said she'd do this. I let my fingers do the walking through all kind of stuff I missed. Well, I reached into my pocket and I found myself a dime. I heard a ring or two, and then I got her on the line. I said, Lucille, I'd like to have a real good time. Might have found a lover, might have made a new friend. Well, you can't have a real good time since I don't know when. She said, who are you and what is this? I said, it's Mike, Lucille, and it's about this list, which I proceeded to read with particular emphasis on my favorite numbers, 1, 5, 11, 14, 31, and 42 through 59. She said, where are you? And I gave her the street. She said, you sound like a guy that I'd love to meet. Just stay right there where you are, and I promise you a real good time. About 15 minutes after my arrest, in the middle of the question, I tried to protest that I wasn't that phantom obscene phone caller, master of crime. Well, before they took me away, they allowed me one call, and I recalled that number on the phone booth wall. I said, Lucille, I mean, you got altogether different idea about a real good time. I lost my lover, I lost my new friend. Well, you can't have a real good time doing 1 to 10. Hello, Lucille. Yeah, listen, I'm going to be tied up for quite a spell here, and I was wondering if it'd be okay when I get out here in 10 years or so if I give you a call. Hello? Lucille? Hello? Lucille? Lucille. Next, next I'm going to play a song that I wrote. I haven't written very many songs, but this was one of my better ones. It might have been actually the second song I wrote, I'm not sure. But this is all a true story, at least most of it is, about being at the Florida Folk Festival. Well, I love the Florida Folk Fest, 'cause I really love to play and sing. But jamming around the campfire, my 6-minute novelty Americana cover songs really don't fit in. Now when I join the circle, the shout play the perfect campfire song. And every time the chorus comes around, everybody sings along. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, one that anyone can play. Well, it won't have weird stops or chords to get in the way. I want to jam in the circle, I want to feel like I fit. I'm going to write the perfect campfire song, yeah, but this one isn't it. Well, I sit around waiting for, do you have a song to play? Well, there's one about foolish questions, you know you hear them every day. There's another song about Copenhagen Coke and one about a beer run too. The Jehovah's Witness stripper or the shallow end of the gene pool. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, one that anyone can play. Well, it won't have weird stops or chords to get in the way. I wanna jam in the circle, I wanna feel like I fit. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, yeah, but this one isn't it. Well, I strap on my guitar to make the campfire round. Well, I head for Jerry Mincy's camp to hear those Florida sounds. Well, some guy kicks off a Garth Brooks song and the Florida boys pack it in. It's the Florida Jam, goddammit, let's go listen to Jubal's Ken. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, one that anyone can play. Well, it won't have weird stops or chords to get in the way. I wanna jam in the circle, I wanna feel like I fit. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, yeah, but this one isn't it. Well, breaks are always a problem. You know, they make me forget the words. Well, the doc says I've got ADD. Now, hey, look, a bird. All the pickers can take a break now, and the singers can hum along. There's one more chorus to this mess, you start, we're going clockwise. Lead guitar should go right here. Maybe some mandolin, even some banjo might do. I know, how about some fake kazoo? Perfect campfire song, one that anyone can play. Well, it won't have weird stops or chords to get in the way. I wanna jam in the circle, I wanna feel like I fit. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, yeah, but this one isn't it. I'm gonna write the perfect campfire song, yeah, but this one isn't it. All right. Next up, I have a Slade Cleave song. one's called the Texas Love Song. For you I would spend all my time searching for that perfect rhyme, and this is one that certainly perplexes. For you I would spend all my days thinking up all the crazy ways that I love you even more than I love Texas. You got Bel Air class and Dallas style, Austin soul and a Luca box smile. For you I'd trade my truck in for a Lexus. Smell as sweet as the piney woods. I'd marry you if I thought I could. I love you even more than I love Texas. You're the barb on my wire, the spark in my campfire. No brighter star in all the multiplexes. Well, I love this state, you know I do, but the best thing in this state is you. I love you even more than I love Texas. Well, your wit's as sharp as a prickly pear. The sun shines in your golden hair. Your smile hits me right in the solar plexus. Your skin is soft as early morning rain, temper like a Gulf Coast hurricane. I love you even more than I love Texas. From the mucky duck to the broken spoke, you know this state like an old cowpoke. You know we're all the tastiest Tex-Mexes. You got Madsen on the radio playing Robert Earl and Billy Joe. I love you even more than I love Texas. You're the barb on my wire, the spark in my campfire. Let's go out west where nobody can text us. I promise you I'll never cheat, or you can throw me out in old mesquite. I love you even more than I love Texas. And if you make me leave this state, I'll curse but I won't hesitate. I love you even more than I love Texas. You lay. Let's see. Got another song here. I got this next one is the Hayes Carl song. If you don't know Hayes Carl, you should listen to some of his stuff. He's got some pretty darn good songs out there. Oh yeah, this is a Hayes Carl song. It is a Hayes Carl song. We've been dating since high school. We never once left this town. We used to go out on the weekends and we'd drink till we drowned. Now she's acting funny and I don't understand. I think that she's found her some other man. She left me for Jesus, and that just ain't fair. She says that he's perfect. How could I compare? She says I should find him, and I'll know peace at last. If I ever find Jesus, I'm kicking his ass. She showed me a picture. All I could do was stare. at that freak in his sandals and his long pretty hair. I'm gonna get even. I don't have a clue. They must think I'm a commie or maybe even a Jew. She left me for Jesus, and that just ain't fair. She says that he's perfect. How could I compare? She says I should find him, and I'll know peace at last. If ever saw Jesus, I'm kicking his ass. She's given up whiskey, and she's taken up wine while she prays for his troubles. She's forgot about mine. Well, I'm gonna get even. I can't handle the shame. Why, the last time we made love, she even called out his name. She left me for Jesus, and that just ain't fair. She says that he's perfect. How could I compare? She says I should find him, and I'll know peace at last. If I ever find Jesus, I'm kicking his ass. It could have been Carlos, or maybe even Billy Ortez. If I ever find Jesus, he's gonna wish he was dead. Amen. Alrighty. Let's see. What else have I got here? How about a loud love song next? I'm a traveling man, don't tie me down. There's just too much living going all around. Man just gotta see what he can see. Well, I love the road and I love the air, and I don't worry, hell, I never care. I love my women, sometimes they love me. I got caught one day, I still don't know how. I didn't even like that town. This stranger said, fella, why don't you just go on home? I said, man, that's where I'm headed to, and you couldn't stop me if you knew what to do. And I left and I planned to go alone. But the road was long and home was far, so I stopped off this little cowboy-looking bar, walked on to the door, and she just smiled. With a long ponytail and a pretty white dress, she said, hi, bull riders do it best. I said, oh my God, what's your name? My name's Lyle. And I said, get back my heart, you fickle redneck woman. Take your boots and walk out of my life. And I said, get back my heart, you fickle redneck woman. I can't be no cowgirl's paradise. Well, I looked at her and she looked at me, and I looked back and she looked back. We went out together for a walk. Well, her eyes were bright just like the stars. Said she drove a pickup, said she hated cars, loved to ride around out after dark. And I said, ooh, get back my heart, you fickle redneck woman. Take your boots and walk out of my life. And I said, ooh, get back my heart, you fickle redneck woman. I can't be no cowgirl paradise. This redneckness has got to be a disease. You catch it on your fingers, it just crawls right up your sleeves. Ooh, get back my heart, you chick redneck woman. I can't be no cowgirl paradise. Well, how she did it, I'll never know. But it's been maybe 20 years or so. She cooks the supper and I try to pay the rent. But I'm a traveling man, don't tie me down. Just too much living going all around. I can't figure out quite where it went. And I said, ooh, give back my heart, chip kicker, redneck woman. Take the boots and walk out of my life. And I said, ooh, give back my heart, chip kicker, redneck woman. I can't be no cowgirl paradise. Yeah, I can't be no cowgirl paradise. I said I can't be no cowgirl paradise. A couple of weeks ago I played this song and somebody pointed out to me the day after that I read it myself that I've been singing this song wrong forever. Then I got halfway through the song this time before I realized that, see, now I don't even know how I did it before. Oh, give back my heart, you fickle. Oh, I said fickle redneck woman. I've been singing it, fickle redneck woman. And it's actually give back my heart, chip kicker redneck woman. So I did do it the last two times twice. But it was oh so hard because I've been singing that song for 20 years wrong. Let's see, I'm going to skip that one. It's a song by Nancy McLean. I was walking with my baby at the county fair. The smell of cotton candy filled the warm night air. There was a clanking and a cranking, the carnival lights, the back of my legs full of mosquito bites. Well, I was feeling like a county Casanova sort. Had on my Hank Jr. t-shirt and Bermuda shorts. Polly had a blouse that would sure cause scene. She had pockets hanging out below her cut-off jeans. We saw the two-headed horse and the five-legged mule, the man-eating snake woman. Dang, she was cool. Polly had a snow cone she was fighting off me. And I had a corn dog smothered in velvet cheese. At the end of the midway to Spin Art booth, there was a man with tattoos and one long yellow tooth. He was working on something and I strained hard to see. Polly took a deep breath and held on to me. She said, whoa, if you love me, you don't have to be a rich man to be my mate. She said, whoa, if you want me, give me a custom-made airbrush license plate. Well, this man was a genius and he was making a mint. There was a line all the way to the livestock tent. Everyone was straining and careening their necks to see this county fair paint with their Toulouse-Lautrec. Well, when I looked down at Polly, she was all misty-eyed, staring at them plates he had hanging up inside. We waited in line until 2:15. Then he looked up and said, what can I do for you? When he started that brush, I didn't know what to expect. The air compressor had a hypnotic effect. He was a squatting and a squinting and a spraying that paint with the eye of the devil in the hand of a saint. Well, when he finished, he held it out there for Polly to see. She gazed for a while and then whimpered with glee at a silhouetted couple against a sunset scene. With Nancy loves Polly there in bright lime green. She said, oh, if you love me, you don't have to be a rich be my maid. She said, oh, if you want me to be a custom-made airbrush license plate. They say true love is blind, all beach and sunshine, palm trees wherever you are. Love just got blinder, there's my reminder, and live in color on the bumper of my car. It's been 7 long weeks now since the fair came to town. I see a lot of airbrush when I drive around. I wonder if there might be some kind of spell on them plates, some black kind of magic in the art that he creates. But all the women in town, they've been acting kind of strange. My buddies, they're all going through some sort of change. They're calling their wives to let them know where they are. I don't see their trucks when I drive past the bar. And Polly, she's been giggling at the least little thing. She's looking at dresses, we done picked out a ring. When we go for a ride, she's got her head on my neck. She's acting weird too, but what the heck, she says, oh, if you love me, you don't have to be a rich man to be my mate. She said, oh, if you want me, give me a custom-made airbrush license plate, a custom-made airbrush license plate, a custom-made airbrush license plate. Alrighty. Let's see. Well, no, I'm going to do the long one. I got one more to do. That's a song by Andy Breckman. It's called Railroad Bill. And it is not the Railroad Bill that you might know, probably. Most probably not. Now, Railroad Bill was a hard-living man. He used to take his women 2 at a time. And everyone agreed he was the baddest engineer that ever driven down the Santa Fe line. His name was known from the folks back home to the tippy top of Telegraph Hill. And all the little boys, when they were sneaking cigarettes, they used to dream about the Railroad Bill. Well, one day Bill was walking along. He saw a kitten stuck in a tree. When he saw was the matter, he ran to get a ladder to set that kitty cat free. And Bill said, no, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna climb up no tree. This is a stupid, stupid song, and ain't no folk singer gonna make a fool out of me. I said one day Bill was walking along and he saw a kitten stuck in a tree. When he saw what was the matter, he ran to get a ladder to set that kitty cat free. And Bill said, no, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do what you said. This is a stupid, stupid song, and as far as I'm concerned, that cat can stay there till it's dead. I said, wait a minute, Bill, you can't argue with me. For God's sake, I just made you up. I got the pen in my hand, I want you up in that tree, and I want that cat unstuck. Bill said, no, I hate cats. I ain't gonna climb for no cat. He said, why don't you have me save a beautiful girl who's been tied down to the railroad tracks? I said, maybe there'd be room in the 8th or 9th verse, but right now I want you up in that tree. I'm the writer, goddammit, I got the pen in my hand, and you're supposed to listen to me. He said, you asshole, why should I listen to you? You should be listening to me instead. He said, I'm a railroad man, if I was real, I'd separate your face from your head. You ungrateful brute, he cried, you pushed me too far, I gotta show you I can do as I please. So an earthquake came and shook the whole terrain, and it brought Railroad Bill to his knees. And then a tidal wave broke and everything got soaked, and Bill was almost completely washed away. And then a big green monster from the planet Neptune landed and bit Railroad Bill on the leg. I got the pen in my hand, I can do what I want, I'm a bright young talent on the rise. So get your ass up that tree or three, and gonna get out of my folk song alive. He said, you don't scare me. You might be funny, but you don't scare me. And if you don't leave me alone, that's where I'm going to tell everybody where you stole this melody. But before he could speak, his tongue fell out and he could not make a sound. Suddenly jumped on top of me and he grabbed me by the neck and he pulled me down to the ground. Well, he hit me in the stomach and hit me in the face real hard, and I think he almost broke my nose. Just then a lightning bolt came out of nowhere, hit him right between the eyes and killed him instantly. Well, the cat came down from the tree, had a bowl of warm milk and went to sleep for the night. Well, a railroad billet survived by a wife and 2 kids. Dear God, I love to write. Well, thanks everybody for joining in today. I hope you had a good time. I had a good time. And hopefully we'll see you next weekend. I'll be back next weekend. Yeah, I'll be back next weekend. Oh, but I keep forgetting to mention this. See that right there? Play music. This porch makes music. Play music on the porch day. Worldwide. It's a worldwide event, and it happens the last Saturday of August every year. It's been going on for a number of years now. And if you want to join in the fun, I'm going to have a couple of people over here, maybe some more. And if you want to join in and play some music with us, come on, just get in touch with me. You can message me or whatever. If you got my phone number, you can call me. And we're going to hang out and eat some food and drink some beer and have a good time and play some music. Oh, we're going to play some music, and then we're going to eat some food and play beer and whatever. So y'all have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.